Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope everyone is safe and ready to learn. And uh, yes, today is Wednesday, and we need to learn again online. We need to continue learning online. So, welcome to Logos College Online Learning. I'm going to teach you again this subject, English for Banking and Finance. Of course, don't forget my name, Teacher Eric. Last week we finished Unit 5 about what are those lessons that we took, we studied last week or last 2 weeks. All right, so to let you remember, we learned different departments of the bank. We also learned prepositions and nouns plus prepositions and verbs, and also we also learn about the organogram or the organizational chart, and also we learned um, about language and grammars, and now we are going to learn another thing. So first, we talk about cash flow. So there's a question mark here. Do you know what is cash flow? All right. So to tell you, this is a real movement of money. So money in, money out, something like that, expenses and income. So the movement of money. It is also a payment in currency, the money like kip or dollar, from one central bank account to another. So that is cash flow. Another thing is that it is mostly used to describe payments that are expected to happen in the future. And to make it narrowly, so cash flows are narrowly interconnected with the concepts of value, interest rate, and liquidity. So the expenses, or is a measure, this liquidity is a measure of ability to cover its immediate and short-term debts and obligation, or describing how will you cover current liabilities using your current assets. So we will discuss today about the words and words that are useful for this lesson. So let's go on. So as what you can see here, this is the cash flow illustration. So it could be your business, the cash, the money, finance, income, operation, and profit. So this is cash flow. Cash flow. Next, cash flow, useful words. So we have here advance. Um, Advance, like for example, this is like, for example, you offer a job or you want something to do, for example, a building, and then you will pay in advance at first, money, and then the remaining balance will be paid when they are done with the work. So that's advance. Meet expenses, so you can get the right expenses, not over, not under expense. All right. We have also pay in full. Of course, you pay the whole amount. Yeah. Okay. So next is invoice. This is invoice is to prove that the job has been done. So you are given an invoice. All right. Down payment or deposit. and supplier. So down payment, again, if there is a certain amount to be paid, or also to be deposited in the bank, and then after that you have an agreement on how do you pay the other or the remaining balance. So you have down payment first and then or deposit. Supplier, this is the person or a company that gives you product, that is supplier. Unforeseen cost, this one is the expenses or the cost that you don't predict. Maybe you don't even think that you can spend this amount or this kind of expenses. Of course, lack of cash, it means that the money is not enough for the operation, for example. So lack of cash, the money is not enough. Put off payment. So when do you pay? Put off payments. Cash flow problems, this is like the money that is used for the business or for other operations of the company is not enough also. There's a problem with the money. So in the business or in business, we should like the cash or money that being evolved um, in the company, in the business, so it should be enough. Order. Of course, if you need something, you can order. Yeah. So that these are, I think, useful words for studying about cash flow. I want also to state or to tell you that cash flow statement. What is this? Do you know? Have you heard about this? So cash flow statement shows the cash generated and used during a particular accounting period, not longer than 12 months. So the cash, the money should be generated, it should be showed in this statement. And also, of course, only up to 12 months, not longer than that. All right. Now let's study about grammar, about language that also we need to use for business. So, quantifiers. Do you know what are quantifiers? Okay, so how do we use quantifiers? So we use some with countable and uncountable nouns. We use it in affirmative sentences and questions. For example, this is how we use some. They had some unforeseen cost. Would you like some coffee? So this is countable and this is uncountable. So we can use both. We use any. So this is another quantifier. Some, any, with countable and uncountable nouns. We use it in questions and negative sentences. For some, affirmative sentences and questions. Any here is questions and negative sentences. So we have examples here. Do you have any problems with your customers? So this one's any, yeah? And this is countable. And this is question. For next example, we didn't have any income in April. This is negative sentence, didn't, and have also used any here. All right. Another quantifiers here is a lot of. So we use a lot of with countable and uncountable nouns. Do you remember what are countable and uncountable nouns? Okay, to tell you that, to review, to tell you that, countable, the things that we can count, yeah, and uncountable, those things that we cannot count. Okay, let's continue. So again, a lot of, we can use it with countable and uncountable nouns, usually in affirmative sentences. Okay, we have examples here. I've had a lot of expenses I didn't expect. We haven't had a lot of time to complete the report. So these are examples on how do we use a lot of. Now, we use many, more, the most, few, or a few, fewer, the fewest, with countable nouns. Again, these are countable nouns only. You cannot use these quantifiers with uncountable. So countable. So examples in questions. Does this happen with many customers? So many customers is countable. Yes, with the most of them. Most of them. So them here, the people is mentioned here. The them here is the customers. There are few banks in the area. So banks is also countable nouns. Okay? Did you get it? Yes. Now, another. We use more or much, sorry. More, the most, and a little or little, less, the least, with uncountable nouns. Yeah? Uncountable nouns only. It means the things that you cannot count. So we avoid, example here, we avoid paying so much interest. So interest here is uncountable. We had little time. So usually time at this sentence is uncountable. To take care of it. Less money, again, money came in than we thought. So money here is uncountable, although yeah, it's confusing. Teacher, why money is uncountable and we can count money? Yeah, we cannot count the money, but we can count the currency. Example, the kip, dollar. So, but the money is uncountable. Yeah, that's why I just want you to explain a bit more about this money, because many of the students are really confused about money, why money is uncountable. Yeah? All right, so um, we will end this first part of my video. Uh, in the next video, we are going to talk um, about balance sheet. Yeah. So right now, I will just end this video first. Okay. If you have any questions, so you can call me. But again, for this part, we talk about cash flow and also grammar, language, about quantifiers. Okay? And for the next video, we're going to talk about balance sheet, passive form for grammar, and the uh, large numbers, how to say, or how to say these large numbers. Okay? So bye for now, and see you again later. Okay.